Waking up from the nightmare of 2020. These people are money hungry. A year of tyrannical lockdowns crushed the economy and tore down the system. You keep hearing the truth and this wisdom, this blood of my vision from all of these verses I'm killing. It's just the honest in me. It seems like I'm painting a vision of misery. All this corona vaccine bullshit and mass compliance, he sickens me. They're using the media trickery. They're using some of the evilest wizardry. They're using cartoons for their imagery. They're curating the perception of history. It's obvious it's some kind of sophistry. I don't think some of these people are able to process hypocrisy. It's written in prophecy. The mark of the beast is now just a mask worn by society. Your body is government property. You're just asleep to democracy. This shit is becoming insane to me. We're in the land of the free, but where is the bravery? We stepped off the world stage in a world play. We are the Democrats. We are the modern day heretics. From the bottom up, they're keeping us bottled up. So where do we go from here? Cause I'm gonna call it. It's painfully clear that the mask is purely symbolic, a symbol of fear and compliancy. These people just follow it blindly. It's time to be mindfully. They're manipulating the thoughts of the populace. They push a bureaucracy, while they worship the obelisk. The evilest demons maintaining a hold on your soul, using trauma-based mind control. Maintaining a hold using trauma-based mind control.
Okay, just doing a very quick audio test, about to start. I hope you like the music. That was a tune I found on a person's YouTube channel called JT33. The link is in the description, and I think I'll put it in the live chat as well. Worth checking out. Got some other tunes on there, thought it'd be a good thing to start with. First of all, big hello to Michelle from Oz and Maria Ellender. Right, I'll just check the audio and I'll be back literally in a second. Yeah, the audio sounds alright to me. hope everyone's alright on this Sunday evening, or I guess Michelle, you're from Oz, your Monday morning. Thanks to both of you for saying hello in the chat, and anyone else tuning in wants to stop by and say hello, it'd be most appreciated. I mentioned last week I've been live streaming over on Twitch lately, and it's good to have a few viewers actually watching my live stream, because by comparison, Twitch is a ghost town. But Maria is in the chat, actually was, I believe, the only person that's ever commented during one of my live streams. So David Peck, greetings, welcome to the live stream. That is a familiar name actually. Hope you're doing well. Right, this evening's video is titled Truth Drop-In, and I will go into a bit more detail on what we'll be doing on that soon. Something I've been thinking about doing for a long time. I very frequently look at sort of social media posts from celebrities. I'm constantly bringing up how some like discrepancies with reality. So tonight I thought it would be a good way maybe to take it a step further. But before, I'm sure you guys have caught my videos I've made about Harry and Meghan's child, Archie. You probably know I'm a bit suspect on all that. However, I've noticed something. Oh, JT33, you're most welcome. Brilliant, really good music actually. You've got some great tunes on your channel. Like I said, I was going to put a link to your channel in the description. Sorry, in the live chat. I'll do that now. Ooh. Sorry guys, bear with me a second. I'm getting a bit of feedback somewhere. Right, JT33, the person responsible for the music in the live chat. And can I pin that for a minute? Okay, I'll pin that there. Right, yeah, so going back to quickly Harry and... Oh, by the way, JT33, if you want to let anyone know any more about yourself, your channel or anything, by all means let us know in the chat. It was the first time I've come across your stuff. Really cool. Maybe we'll play out. I often play out my live streams with a video, so maybe I'll use another one of yours. Yeah, we were going to look at Harry and Meghan, weren't we? I've noticed something with this couple. Oh, sorry. Okay, where are we? Right, you may or may not be aware they have released a new photo, and I've noticed something. Right, this is absolutely terrible picture. Where are we? Okay, we've seen all that before. This is the latest photo of Archie. Now, personally, I think, has anyone noticed, it looks to be a fairly bright sunny day. We're seeing some shadows coming off the trees, at least on some of them. Could they not have got an even worse picture than that? Yeah, that's supposedly Archie holding that balloon up. But I noticed if you read on, it would be good to find the original post, Archie's second birthday. Bear with me guys, I want to, just for Archie's second birthday, see if you guys think this is a bit off. Where was it? I think it was in Hello magazine or something. I first read it. It could have been anywhere actually, probably Express. Yeah, just something I've noticed with at least twice when they've posted a picture. This wasn't it. The Queen has led the royal family's message to Archie. No, that wasn't it. Where's that story? I reckon it was Hello magazine, but basically the story went, they made a comment about Was this it? No. Kate Middleton, the Queen shares Meghan Markle and Prince Harry show heartfelt plea. Yeah, this is it, I believe. Right, so they've shared a picture. So what do they want people to do in exchange for that? Oh, they've taken it. It made a comment about how the picture was clearly taken from their £11 million mansion. The Duke and Sussex shared a touching gesture in honour of their son Archie to celebrate his second birthday. So they're basically saying, we've put a picture up of Archie, terrible picture as we can see, absolutely the worst picture I've ever seen. So in exchange, can you donate to, what would you call it, Big Pharma? The Sussex wrote, we have been deeply touched over the past 2 years to feel the warmth and support for our family in honour of Archie's birthday. We haven't had that for me. Many of you donate to charities on his behalf, really? And mark the occasion by giving back or doing an act of service, all through the goodness of your hearts. Who do you think they want us to donate to? Some small homeless charity, maybe a food bank? Nope. They continued, this week our world continues to be on the path to recovery, yet too many families are still struggling. Blah, 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 where is it? Basically, every picture, it seems now, is just a way of getting people to raise money now. So, oh, what have we done here? Yeah, basically, where is it? I've lost it. Sorry, I could have got this picture up and going, I guess, before we started. They mentioned this big pharmaceutical alliance of people. My governments have been paying pharmaceutical companies hand over fist lately to make vaccines, and now they want people to donate to basically vaccine manufacturers, by the sound of it, or people pushing vaccine manufacturing. It's insane, absolutely crazy. Michelle, Archie looks like he's had a perm. You're absolutely right. What, have I lost that picture? Oh. My computer's doing a weird thing. Right, yeah, you're right. Michelle, his hair looks, well, from what you can barely see of him. There was a story I had the other week where it said about, oh, he's now apparently got dark curls. Do you think they're going to start making him mixed race, I wonder? Could that picture be any more rubbish? And on account of that, they want people to donate. Harry and his American wife urged royal families to chip in to buy COVID shots for countries trialling in the vaccine stakes. They took this picture from an £11 million mansion, and they've come to the public, many of whom have been out of work for whoever knows how long, probably living hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck, and they want people to donate. No, donate your own money, you stingy couple. Right, while we're on that subject, it just riles me, because if you remember, they did that ridiculous Harry and Meghan and Archie reading the book. That was also to try and raise money for, I think, was it the Red Cross? I can't remember. But again, it grated me. So while we're on the subject of fundraising, now if I do a search for, I'm not sure, I probably bought this up last week. It's the sort of thing, right? It's the sort of thing that, oh my goodness, look at the state of her. This story is another one that really does my head in, because if we go on to Ashley Kane Instagram, what will we see? Or I might well have taken it off now. I bet he hasn't though. There we go, GoFundMe. Right, help us save Azalea's life. This is the doll that they've been telling us is dying of a terminal, or apparently now dead. And yet, according to their nonsensical reporting, this child died, I think it was a couple of weeks back now. and yet they've still got a fundraiser up to help save her life. They've beat their target. They don't need to raise any more money, and yet they're still taking donations. But the truth is, they have to return all that money. You cannot do a fundraiser asking for money to help save a child's life, and then when that child dies, decide, do you know what, we'll just spend that money on something completely different. It doesn't work like that. That's called misappropriation. It's actually fraud. And when we talk about fundraising, I do have a new, I've got basically a new Instagram account up. I don't really use Instagram much, but I am on there, and I thought the very good use of Instagram, some may call this trolling, but it isn't. If anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, you're welcome, but to be honest, I don't use it. I haven't got any posts up there. The main thing is to, as we say, truth drop. So for example, I certainly, look, bear in mind, alright, when did this baby pass? 26th of April. I've gone over all this before, and that doesn't stop him promoting his new orange Nike trainers. How much do you think they cost? Nike Air Max or whatever they are, I bet they cost absolute fortune. Where do you think the money came from? Help Save Azalea's Life fundraising, perhaps? They cannot spend that money on anything else. So my thoughts are, go to their latest post, for example. There is no such thing as good and bad days at the moment. There's bad and worse, but after another painful day, asking and praying for Azalea to give me a sign that she's okay, this happened tonight. I sat on the grass outside the front of my house at peace and in awe of the beauty in front of me. Not only did she give us an orange sky and a beautiful heart, she braked in the clouds. She peeked through herself so we could see her beautiful face. Let's see this bit of CGI. No, sorry Ashley, I'm not seeing your baby peeping through. Maybe there's some audio. Right, guys, let me know if you think I would be insensitive to leave a comment on here. I mean, I'm just curious to know what they would even do. Whether they would even reply to it. Where's baby Azalea then? I'm not seeing her. Yes, so the whole idea of truth dropping. I mean, there's this person here, Dr. Hannah Kinsella. This is just someone I came across by complete accident. Supposedly announced their birth on giving birth. Where are we? Here we are, typical standard hands clutching fingers photo. Our lives are now complete. I've never felt love like it. Our baby boys arrived 20th of February, they gave birth. Go up to this picture, February 29th of March. So basically 5 weeks old this baby is. And of course, no 5-week-old baby can support their own head. So the idea of truth dropping is just leaving a comment. How in the world can a 5-week-old baby support its own head? What's going on? Question mark. Should I say, are you lying? Are you lying? No, see, I'd be interested to see whether that, I mean, obviously it's going to get buried under a million of other comments. And there we are. How in the world can a 5-week-old baby support his own head? What's going on? Are you lying? So that's my idea for this video, to find a few other Instagram things, and this one. Right. This is my comment to Ashley Kane, and I'm not going to mention that I don't believe anything about the baby, of course. I've done enough videos covering that. So I say not to be disrespectful, but you have to return all the money from your fundraiser, as it can only be spent on its intended purpose. Otherwise, it's misappropriation, which is a criminal offence. And just to confirm that, what happened there? Typical, it crashed before I... Right. Misappropriation. Except the action of misappropriating something, embezzlement. Well, that's not a very good definition. Here we go, Wikipedia. In law, misappropriation is the unauthorized use of another's name, likeness, or identity without that person's permission. Oh, I thought it was to do with finances. Financial misappropriation. Misappropriation is the intentional misuse of money, the appropriation of money and other assets meant for a specific purpose, for either personal use or for what it was not meant for. Such act is an unauthorized disbursement of money and other assets for personal gain. Misappropriation is the highest type of fraud in the public sector. For example, I could do a fundraiser saying, people, please can you help me raise money to bring over my long lost cousin. I mean, they've got a sub story, they're orphans or something, and then when I raised me 10 grand to bring them over, buy the plane tickets, it turns out, oh actually we did a DNA test and he wasn't really my long lost brother after all. So what we're actually going to do is spend the money on, I don't know, going to the cinema and watching films about long lost brothers. You can't do that. You have to spend fundraisers on what they're meant for. So I'll try leaving that. Oh, here we are. Not to be disrespectful, but you have to return all the money from your fundraiser, as it can only be spent on its intended purpose. Otherwise, it's misappropriation, which is a criminal offence. There we go. Let's see if I get many comments or responses to that. Now, for me, you can always tell when these stories are complete BS. I mean, I can go to, if I hit my discovery thing, because I spend a lot of time searching Instagram. Oh, what a joke this one is. Here's another truth drop we'll do on this couple. I can't think of the guy's name now. Quickenden. I've made a video about the guy before. Where was he? Right, I can tell that's him there and that one. Sorry guys, 1 second. Oh, sorry, I've been missing the chat, I believe. My phone isn't updating, bear with me a sec. So Megan is merching the satanic necklace in that latest video. I have a link, shall I post it? Yes, please, Michelle. Sorry, guys, I completely missed the live chat for whatever reason. My live chat stopped at Archie looks like he's had a perm. Hi, Jackie Sharp. Greetings. Welcome to the chat. I do want to just make sure my stream is properly working. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see, did I see Johnny Roadstar? Greetings, Johnny. Welcome to the chat. Some Girls, hi. Welcome to the chat. Phil Wright. Mudlark Digging Up the Thames. I'm going to have to catch up on some of this. Graham, greetings. Thanks for joining. It's a new name in the live chat, I think. Bobby, what do you think of Chris Spivey's theory on royal family members played by a number of different actors? I'll tell you right now, completely would not rule that one out. That's something I very much agree with what they do. I tell you what, we will just do one more truth drop on these people, and then I'll get back and actually read the chat because I've got it now. Mudlark, isn't it fraud? You're absolutely correct, it is fraud. Misappropriation, as that link said, and if I still got it up, misappropriation is the highest type of fraud in the public sector. Now, whether that's, as they say, for personal use, you cannot raise money for one thing. It's like going to, I guess they're thinking of it in terms of shareholders. Right, anyway, where were we? This guy. Yeah, we'll come back to that thing about actors playing, and yeah, we'll have a look at your link in a minute, Michelle. Thanks for sharing. Right, bear with me. What were we looking at? Yeah, I thought the chat was being very quiet, and then I realised it was my... Oh, I've got a heart. What does that mean? A question? A comment? Mentioned you in a comment. They just lost a daughter. Have some consideration. I'm sure they will do the right thing, but right now they need support, not some stupid comment like this. Brilliant. I'm just doing it for their own good. That's what I'm going to say. Right. To be honest, it's really... wow, I'm getting 2 comments. Wow, I think that's the last thing on this poor family's mind. I'm going to have to reply to this. No, I'm not going to report it. Now, of course, why isn't it working? What I'm writing, I'm not going to come at it like I'm a troll, for example. Oh, shit, I didn't like that. Reply, it won't let me. Oh, I've got a reply on the bottom. This is how familiar I am with Instagram. Can I reply to both of them? Right. So I'm going to reply in a nice way. I'm not going to be all nasty with them, of course. But the last thing they want is... to be hit with a charge for fraud. I'm just thinking of them. Do you think they'll do the right thing? I mean, they've had time to post, like, I don't know how many different posts to Instagram Ashley Kane's put up since the loss of their child. Well, I can tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they haven't got time to. They haven't got time to go on to GoFundMe where they're raking the money in actually, and close down that thing. And bear in mind, this couple that are asking you to raise money, they've made videos boasting about how, oh, we got 3 ensuite bathrooms in our home. They stand posing next to flash sports cars. It's a joke, and yet they come to us for money. No, I mean, that's even before you factor in that I believe this story about hospital ill babies is a complete joke. But anyway, right, let's have a look at the chat. These pics do not look like real children at all. You're absolutely correct, some girls. Your thoughts on the so-called 2-year-old royal baby? I'll have a look at that in a minute, some girls. I did mention that. I did have a look at that one, and I pointed out that once again, just like all these stories, it always seems to go to fundraisers. But first of all, we'll have a look at Michelle's. We'll have a look at Michelle's link about the satanic jewellery. I didn't know they had their own merch. Well, it doesn't surprise me, but woman power charm necklace, 102 quid. Huh. What did you say it was? Sorry, Michelle. Let me have a look. Hi. Johnny, thanks for your kind words, saying no one covers this stuff like myself. These people are unbelievable on every level. Absolutely agree. Is this got any link to Megan, though? That's the... Maybe I misunderstood your original post. Megan is merching a satanic necklace in the... Oh, in the video, right. So that's... Do you have a link to the video as well, Michelle? And some girls... Yeah, from what I know, this necklace is a... Oh, I believe it's linked to Roman... is it Roman gods or Roman... Let's have a look. Not Roman, sorry, what am I on about? I completely lost the plot, right. Who are the obelisks made after? Roman gods, yeah, all named after the stars. I know there's a... I do know there is a symbol which is a cross with a circle on it. I think I could have it wrong saying Roman. Phil, you say you bet he has one eye on that. One eye. Phil, right, I guess with the tattoos you're on about, what's his name? Ashley. Yeah, of course he's got a eyeball tattooed on him. Goes without saying. Do you know what? I've got to say, I feel sorry for these people. Because you think, what sort of situation must they be in where they require, look at that. How disgusting is that? I remember they put a video up where it looks like almost like they're offering up this baby on an altar. I don't know if it's on here now, but freak show. No, that wasn't it, but yeah, we had a video on it. It might have been this one. Yeah, thanks for the other link, Misha. Yeah, I made a video on these ones. Absolutely weird. Anyway, yeah, I think right, if your child was in hospital fighting severe leukemia, would you really go in every day, make him dress up in a new outfit? Oops. I don't think you would. I think it's a load of shite. It is blatantly. But yeah, I wanted to get a picture of them posing next to their sports cars, boasting about... Yeah, here we are. Look at them. These people are coming to you asking for money for you to save their child. And then I'm the one in the wrong when I say that was his 30th birthday present, I believe, unless he's just standing next to some car. Anyway, enough of that. Fool. Right, I'm going to look at some of these things you guys would... some girls, I'll have a look at your link in a second. Right, the next one I believe was Michelle put a link from Glamour. Meghan Markle just wore a necklace that may honour her future daughter. Yep, we've got all this to come once again. Well spotted, by the way. Michelle, thanks for sharing this. Of course, this is all just these are all just adverts. Like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry couldn't be more excited to welcome their baby girl this summer. The Duchess of Sussex, who announced she was expecting her second child, spoke about anticipating a passionate speech for Global Citizens Vax Live. This is who millionaire Meghan Markle wants the public to donate to. Again, it's all just an advert for them. My husband and I are thrilled to soon be welcoming a daughter. It's a feeling of joy we share with millions of other families around the world, she said in a pre-recorded video which aired on May the 8th. When we think of her, we think of all the other families around the globe who must be given the ability to support, to lead us forward. Meghan may have been paying tribute to her future daughter in another way as well. In the video, the Duchess can be seen wearing a woman power charm necklace by Awe Inspired. The 14 karat gold vermilion necklace which retails for $140, combines the female Venus symbol with a protesting fist and is embellished with a purple amethyst, which represents abundance and enlightenment. According to the brand's website, as of pub time on May the 9th, the necklace was not sold out. Just to make sure that, there you go, even linking you to where you can get it. I guess that is the link you gave me, Michelle. Thanks for sharing that. It is absolutely typical of MA. Can't be that popular. Yeah, that... Right. Roman cross. I'm sure it's a link to some Roman god or something. Unless I'm thinking of something else. Some girls now absolutely agree. She is not pregnant. Maybe the cross I'm thinking of actually goes back further, pagan. Maybe it is a pagan cross. I remember seeing, actually, it was called a Freemasonic Bible, and it had all these images in the back. Pagan cross. Yeah, it's similar to that, I believe. Oh, is it not an upside down cross, actually, thinking about it? Yeah, it is an upside down cross. Sorry, Michelle, well spotted. Right. Some girls shared a link. Yeah, I did do a video earlier looking at, I'm going to have to start shutting down some of my tabs or else I'll get, my computer starts slowing down. Right. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle share a new photo of Archie for his birthday. Yeah, I did look at this one earlier. Terrible picture, although I've not seen that one. Yeah, what I haven't actually seen this video, so I tell you what, it's nearly time for me to have. No, it isn't. Right, guaranteed. They always, and I mean always, give us the same. They just recycle the same images they've been showing us for the last 2 years, and they always give you a thumbnail that makes it look like, oh, we're going to see. Look, oh. Sorry, I've got to watch a video first. Fiverr. Anyone ever used Fiverr, by the way, out of interest? Some girls, yeah, they got plenty of money for the tat. I've seen all that before. That's Desmond Tutu. That's where she read. That was another fundraising video. Yeah, we must have about, what, 4 minutes of footage of Archie. That's whereas, hang on, let's just skip back. I've made videos on pretty much all these video clips. Right, that's the baby clutching fingers that they always give us with fake pregnancies. That I suggested, I've never seen it from that angle actually. Well, maybe we did, I can't remember, but I suggested they could be using CGI with that one. Can't say for definite. Again, that's like a 30-second clip of them going up some steps to meet Desmond Tutu. Again, Desmond Tutu. Right here, this was the one where this, you see that auto cue, that is, it breaks down and they made out that he had an emotional breakdown, but as my video showed, it was a mechanical breakdown, nothing more. Again, that was where they brought the doll out. Oh, Victoria Beckham, where does she come into it? Perhaps I should have been reading it. Right, can't watch that trash. Well, we might do. Baby Archie is growing up. To mark their son Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, wow, what a name, 2nd birthday today, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan shared a new image of their toddler on the website of their non-profit, okay, non-profit, they don't want any money, Archwell, never heard of that one. The sepia-toned photo features Archie photographed from behind wearing an adorable knit sweater, little trousers and sneakers, and a full head of curls as he holds a bouquet of blooms. What it does look like, actually, Michelle from Oz made the comment that it looks like he's had a perm. I wonder if they're going to start making him darker as the weeks and months go on. It's Jackie Sharp, thanks for the info on the cross. It's a Latin cross, right? Got to stick to one subject at a time. I will go back to the chat in a minute. Yeah, what I can say on that one, some girls, what a terrible picture. And would you not expect, I don't know, how anyone would share that as a picture and then at the end of it say, oh, by the way, we've given you a what could easily be photoshopped picture of a child. Can you donate to this vaccine manufacturer company, please? Yeah, clearly, well, if I was going to Photoshop something and I didn't want people to realise I'd Photoshopped it, I would probably make it really washed out and sepia tone it. Oops. Right, the Duchess of Sussex surprised royal fans. Was it really a surprise that they were, well, maybe, announcing plans for a charitable initiative? What, based on that picture? Bear in mind, they mentioned the £11 million home they live in. On the Archwell website, the pair are encouraging the public to make donations to Gavi, the Alliance Group, to help provide 19 vaccine equality for underprivileged nations around the globe. The Sussex have partnered with Global Citizens to secure donation matches from the Sea Dream Family Foundation and MasterCard Impact for up to £3 million. So they're going to match donations up to £3 million? No, I don't think so. We've been deeply touched over the past 2 years to feel the warmth and support for our family in honour of Archie's birthday. Many of you donate to charities on his behalf. Nope, not at all. Never would I donate on anyone's behalf other than my own. And mark the occasion by giving back or doing an act of service. What? Many of you donate to charities on his behalf and mark the occasion by giving back or doing an act of service. So in return for Archie becoming 2 years old, we should give something back. Get real. You guys give something back. You've been given enough. How much do you think Harry and Meghan are being paid to fund to back this company? Or perhaps just like the Ashley Kane and his weirdo wife, perhaps they're in a situation where they've got no choice but to do this stuff. That's what I wonder. Like I said, just going back quickly, this guy, I can almost feel sorry for him because they must be in a real state to have to do this, to have to take part in such a deception. Anyway, one thing at a time. We will not be able to truly recover until everyone, everywhere, has equal access to the vaccine. And with that intention, we are inviting you to contribute whatever you can. Hang on, by paying taxes, I've just contributed a huge amount of money to the vaccine. It's all being paid for by public money, so you cannot really expect us to... Basically, you'd call that double dipping, wouldn't you? Concluding their letter, the Sussexes wrote, "We cannot think of a more resonant way to honour our son's birthday. If we all show up with compassion for those we both know and don't know, we can have a profound impact. Even a small contribution can have a ripple effect. Together we can uplift, protect and care for one another." Crazy. Michelle, some girls, my response to that is it infuriates me, because that is, not only is it a terrible picture, that hair doesn't, well, that hair's nothing like the last time we saw him. It's yeah, it'll be interesting to see if next time we see him he'll have dreadlocks and he'll be talking like a Rastafarian or something. Right, I'm going to look at the chat. Some girls, money laundering scheme, you cannot even see the kid. No, exactly. I do notice very often, right, what I kind of wonder now, in the past, whenever they used to release pictures of the royals, royal children especially, you'd have to buy a magazine, you'd have to buy Hello magazine or whatever just to see the new picture. Now they're saying, well, these people are getting it for free. We're spending hours doing all this Photoshop. We're doing all these CGI graphics to try and make it look like a real child. And these people aren't even paying us any money. So now they're saying, well, perhaps get them to donate to some cause. Right. Phil Wright, drags can't have babies. You're absolutely right. And as I said, Jackie Sharp, thanks for joining. And you're correct, it is a Latin cross. Thank you for updating. Thanks for informing us on that. Misha, you say no bond between mother and child, period. Archie is not her kid and she has to hold the kid. It's not holding her or embracing her mother. Well, I'm still honestly in two minds as to whether I've even seen a real child. We haven't seen anything so far that could not be done with CGI. And the one thing you notice, right, no doubt we'll see pictures in a minute. I bet it's always terrible picture quality, or they hide it, you don't see it properly. That black and white, can't see it, can't see it. Yeah, that again. I mean, I'm not saying they're not good photoshops, some of them, but this one isn't. Right, let's keep playing. Oh, did we hear a bit of Megan talking there? Right, I will move on from this couple in a minute. Oh, he's a Taurus. Yeah, and I will let anyone know. Random Games, greetings. Thank you for joining the chat. I think someone asked me to check out someone else earlier. I'll try and go back and see what that was about. Yeah, some girls absolutely agree. And let's now, when we saw this baby being introduced to a single photographer and reporter, it was a still baby. It was a still doll, sorry. I'm guessing the next one they'll use an animated doll. PW, they're all Baphomets. Maria Allender. I think Joan was a he too. Mudlark digging up the Thames. I got an NHS text telling me to get my free vaccine. Do you know what? I've had 3 texts in about the space of... I never heard anything from them, and then about a few days ago I got 3 texts in as many days, and I also received a letter along with a post, like some leaflet giving me all the information that I don't want to read. And I will admit I screwed it up and chucked it in the bin. That's just... And you notice they never give you an option. Like, it always says, oh, ignore this letter only if you have already got an appointment or something. It's like, well, what if I don't want it? Is there an option for that? I mean, I totally respect anyone's decision if they decide they want it, but yeah, it's not for everyone. They have to respect that. Right. I'm coming away from... So yeah, it's a Latin cross according to Maria. David, Dr. Hillary can have my 2 jabs, wouldn't want them going to waste. I'm guessing Hillary's been talking about it again. Some girls, I went on a tour of Windsor Castle and I was in that hallway. Fair enough. Do you know what? I know some... I've never been on a tour, but I know someone, well, in my family, who works for the Highgrove company, and they open up... Oh, where did we go? We went to, like, the Highgrove shop, and it's on the land... I don't know, it's a pretty fancy place anyway, but... Phil Wright. Yeah, it borders on harassment. It's ridiculous. Right, bear with me, guys. I'm wondering... Some girls, it's a Celtic cross. Yeah, that is a Celtic cross. But what Megan was wearing, that Michelle from Oz pointed out, is actually an upside down cross with the circle underneath it. So, what's the Latin cross? Yeah, that's not quite what we're looking at. I think Michelle's right when she says it's I can't remember exactly what her wording was. Right, circle upside down cross. In fact, don't they? it's kind of bordering on this sort of thing. Or again, we've got this image. I'm not 100% sure the meaning. Isn't that a link between male and female? I'm not sure. It's on the Baphomet though. You're absolutely correct. If we look at pictures of, what's that? The Church of Satan. I should know his name. That is, some girls, that is satanic when it's upside down. Absolutely right. The name keeps escaping me, of the head of the... Oh, why can't I think of his name? I should know it. Church of Satan founder. It's on the tip of my tongue. It keeps coming... No, it's not Anton LaVey. Maybe it was another... It was a well-known Satanist. If anyone knows who I'm thinking of... Mudlark is a female symbol. Yeah, maybe. Actually, yeah, there could be a link to that being a female symbol, yeah. Although isn't the female got the arrow going out, or is that meant to be male? I'm not sure. Mudlark, yeah, it's not Anton LaVey, it's a different one. He was on the front cover of a Beatles album. Sgt. Pepper, right, hang on. Some girls, I'll check that out in a minute. My dear, thank you for sharing. Sgt. Pepper cover. I'm sure you'll know who I'm on about when you see him. Right, bear with me. Where is he? He's on here somewhere. Crowley, that's it. Well done, Maria Dan Sewell. Thanks for joining. Linda Mack, KG. She just showing who she works for. You're absolutely correct, KG. And just for the... Oh, this is a rehashed one, isn't it? Right, where's the original? Right, I'm checking out some of your comments. And I will have a look at that link in a minute, some girls. If anyone else wants to post a link and wants a wrench, as it were, let me know and I'll share it. There he is, second in, Aleister Crowley. I'm pretty sure if you see him in his outfit, you will see, is it that one? That same symbol. Or maybe it's here. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Okay, perhaps I'm sure that symbol comes up somewhere though. Or maybe it's to do with... Yeah, see, I'm no expert on half of this stuff. It sounds like a lot of you guys know more about it than I do. Right, Jackie Sharp, the Photoshop of the Queen meeting Archie. The Queen is wearing exactly the same clothes as she wore to a horse show, even down to the earrings, and the hair is exactly the same. Royal Windsor Horse Show. We'll look at that in a minute. Random games. I do not agree with crosses. Why would you want to celebrate the cross? It's about pain. I celebrate the rising of the Messiah, not how the heathen tried to harm him. Absolutely correct. And I don't know if you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, who may not be as legit, I don't know, Jehovah's Witnesses are what they are, but they don't actually believe Jesus was, although obviously the original name I believe was Yahushua, but commonly known as Jesus. They say he wasn't even put on a cross, it would have been on a stake. But hey, yeah, there's definitely, I agree with you, Random Games, there is definitely sinister links to the cross, and it certainly isn't an image we should be worshipping. It's known as a molten image, I believe. Right, Jackie Sharp, you want to look at the Queen meeting Archie. Let's see. Queen meets Archie. Images. I totally agree, by the way, this is a Photoshop. And then the Queen at the Royal Windsor Horse Show. Queen at Royal Windsor Horse Show. Yeah, my apologies if I'm missing anyone's comments. Oh, well spotted, Jackie. It does look very close. Do you think the Queen wears the same outfit more than once? I don't know. Is that even the Queen? To be honest, I don't know. You don't see her very often anymore. Someone asked earlier on, do I believe there's more than one person playing the role of the Queen? Goodness me, how many times have I got this page open? Yeah, that's well spotted. She hasn't got her glasses on though. Oh, there we go. Right down to the earrings, correct. The hair does look different. I mean, yeah, I cannot imagine the. Well, perhaps the Queen does go out wearing the same thing more often, but yeah, right down to the skirt. She got the handbag with her, the watch. Yeah, all I can say is thank you ever so much for sharing that one, Jackie. You're absolutely spot on. Let's see. Phil Wright, the Beatles were a Masonic puppet band just like the rest. Yep, I'm with you on that. Some girls, I will have a look very shortly at your link. Thank you for sharing. Phil Wright, only one God, the Creator, absolutely. But I do believe Yahushua. Well, we've all got our own views on this, of course. Some believe that. Some obviously don't even believe in God, full stop. But for those that do, they may well believe that Yahushua or Jesus is himself God. It's a big debate. I'm not going to cover it on this one tonight. Right, Phil Wright, Earth is flat, space is a myth. I 100% do not disagree with you on that. Random Games, the correct name is Yahushua. Absolute Yeshua, yeah, I see, I get them mixed up. And even God, I mean, God's name, is it Jehovah? Is it Yahuwah? Is it... Yeah, there's Random Games. I do believe there are different actors for Elizabeth. There's gotta be. There's no way a 9,900-year-old person, I'm not sure how old she's meant to be, could keep going out and doing this right. Some Girls has linked. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on that one, Jackie. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to start closing down some of these tabs though. Right. Let's see what. Oh, just going back to the Beatles. Actually, did you ever see that album cover where the Beatles band cover? This one where they pose with babies, dismembered babies. I mean, how disgusting is that? Just imagine you're one of the top. I mean, I'm not sure when they brought this out, but what? Who would go along with that? Yeah, I'll pose with an image of a decapitated doll. I mean, what are you saying about yourself when you're supposedly successful musicians and you agree to do stuff like that? I think there's nothing more than absolutely sick. Right, I will have a look at your link now. Some Girls, bear with me. Right. Michelle from Mars, yeah. My chat's a bit of a way back. Oh, Johnny Roadstar, has any of you saw the 5-hour video X Factor winner reveals world's secret religion? He quit. Good on. Yeah, I saw about 10-15 minutes of it, but I haven't watched it particularly far. If anyone interested to see it, I mean, he sounded like he's speaking, you know, like what he's talking is right on, Johnny. Some Girls, do you believe in foul? What does that mean? F-A... Excuse my ignorance, Some Girls, I'm not familiar with foul. I was going to look at that previous link you shared. That's a cracker. You've got 4 foot... obviously it's Joe Biden and his wife. Not being American, I forget who's who. Is that Carter. Is that meant to be Jimmy Carter? But yeah, I did hear about this picture. Oh, what happened there? To be honest, that kind of looks like a... Well, there's been people that have spotted some interesting things with Biden. He doesn't look like a 77-year-old person there, does he? There's the ex-president on the wall. Yeah, I would say it's too easy to Photoshop. I don't see anything that massively gives it away, with the exception that they're tiny. These, like, just a huge size difference. Right. Some girls, LSD will do that to you. Oh, I'm missing out. Right, Phil Wright, there's no edge, Oz, so cats can't push shit. We live in a dome. Okay. Right, Maria Ellender says the real queen has broken sugar puff teeth. The double have whiter, straighter teeth. Fair enough. Michelle says if Earth was flat, cats would push everything off it. Fair enough. But then if it was a ball, they would be rolling around on top of it. Speaking of balls, actually, I was playing with my cat in the garden earlier, throwing balls at it. They're actually very good at... very good at playing... playing with balls. I don't know if you ever noticed that. So I'm going slightly off subject. Yeah, what do you guys think of this picture? It's out there. And do we know, is this guy here the same person as in that picture? Because that's pretty sure that's Jimmy Carter, isn't it? Let me have a look. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the... Oh, Jimmy Carter, have I got the name wrong? Oh yeah, no, that's him. Don't know if any of you guys know the YouTuber Russian Vids. Brilliant YouTuber. He made... I'm sure he did a video once where he pointed out that Jimmy Carter for a while was played the role... Or they used JFK, the one who got assassinated. They could have at one point been the same person. I'm not sure I get. Yeah, some girls, they're too tiny. I have elderly parents and they still chop wood and rake in the woods. Well, how old is he meant to be? He's 96 and his partner was Rosalind Carter. Now, of course, the first ladies are always a bit suspect, aren't they? So it would be interesting to see Rosalind Carter. Is that her? Right, what do you reckon? Could this possibly, look at those hands, could that be a man in a dress? Just like, oh. Well, let's compare it. Ivanka Trump. We'll do another picture. Oh no, Ivana. But again, she's another TRANS. As is, I know this isn't his current wife. But again, look at those strong images. Strong features, sorry. Jimmy Carter, a man who couldn't walk or chew gum at the same time. Possibly. I'm not familiar enough with the American presidents, unfortunately. Biden taking the knee. Disgusting. Well spotted. Some girls. Yeah, I remember you mentioning your mum. I hope she's doing alright. I hope everything's good with them. Maria Ellender. Looks like they're dolls. Yeah, have we still got that picture up? Because what is noticeable, they could to me, they look like they could well be waxworks or certainly just photoshops. Look at those eyes. I mean, yeah, that for me, that is 1,000,000% photoshops. Look at those eyes. Come on. It's the first time I properly looked at this picture, so thank you, some girls, for bringing it to my attention, our attention. Right. Am I able to zoom in if I do that? Oops. Yeah, I mean, for me, I believe there is a pretty... They just do not look real. They look like just a box has been pasted over them. We'll have a look. I mean, it could well be someone sat in that chair, shaking hands with Biden's wife, whoever that is. Right, what about this one? Again, the pictures are always such poor quality. But for me, that's usually a good giveaway of a Photoshop is just how poor quality they are. And obviously, if the quality is too good, then you can just do a close-up. And it's too easy to see what's going on. Again, it looks a bit boxy just there. I don't know. Yeah, not convinced. And then we'll look at the quality. Again, yeah, you'll notice actually around the ears on Biden, there's all this ghosting and shimmering. I mean, perhaps that's just how it goes, but doesn't look good. Right, Mudlark. Michelle Obama, Melania Trump, and Ivana Trump are apparently 6 feet tall. I can well believe it. Some girls, I'm really pleased to hear that. I remember the other week you said you had a road trip. I hope that went well. Oh, you got 2 strikes this week on... fair enough. What, on Biden or on other stuff? It looks like wax. You are correct. I got 2 strikes. Sorry to hear that. Why are they sitting in miniature chairs? Yeah, I mean, it's not like either of these could realistically sit in it. Something weird is about that picture. Do you know, I did hear the other day, apparently astronauts are always very short. Have you ever seen what was the guy who stayed in Apollo 9? What was the guy who stayed in the thing? Michael Collins? Apparently they're tiny. Astronaut. I'd be interested to see how tall he was. Height. Now, look at... I mean, could you possibly believe that could be a woman? I could. Something definitely ain't right about the guy. But yeah, apparently they're all really little. Michael Collins astronaut height. I don't know about the rest of them. Some girls, yeah, you definitely have to be careful talking about Vaseline. Oh, he's 5'11". That isn't what I heard. I heard he was tiny. Who else have we got? Buzz Aldrin. Maybe they're referring to older, I mean more recent astronauts. Who am I thinking of? Obviously Neil Armstrong. No, they all look like they're relatively... Right, Chris Cassidy, I know those. He's the one that was on the ISS and he made a comment about... yeah, he was talking on the ISS and he said, oh yeah, he was supposedly answering questions from the public They don't tell us how tall he is. And he supposedly said something along the lines of, we're on the other side of America from where we're talking to you right now, something. How tall is one thing for sure about astronauts? They always come from the military. How tall is Chris Cassidy? 5'3". Perhaps it's the ones that get on the. Perhaps it's the ones that get on the hang wires, the harnesses. Some girls. Is Melinda Gates a man? Let's have a look at that in a minute. Oh, absolutely. Sorry, some girls. I don't even have to look. I've figured out who it is. Of course, yes, definitely. How tall is... Give us another astronaut. Yeah, Melinda, absolutely. And again, I think people have suggested that... there's more than one Melinda Gates, I believe. Who else? Come on, I've got to be able to think of them. Oh, there's hundreds of them. Tim Peake. How tall is Tim Peake? 5'11". So no, that isn't true then. They're not all very short. Either that or they just lie about it. 2N-Lit. Greetings. 6 landings faked. I did hear a joke about the astronauts. No, about the moon landings. What was it? It was a child asked their father, "Dad, who was president when they first landed on the moon?" Like, this would help if I knew who was president. Eisenhower. Oh right, hang on. Who was? Excuse my ignorance, everyone. President when. I had this all written out. I've even posted Nixon, that was it. Who was president for the first moon landing? Nixon. Who was president for the second moon landing? Nixon. Third, Nixon. Fourth, Nixon. Fifth, Nixon. Sixth, Nixon. Seventh, oh no, there wasn't a seventh moon landing. Why not? Well, Nixon got fired for lying, or impeached for lying. Says it all, I think. Bill Gates now seeking a new hubby, possibly. Jim Fetzer debunks the moon landing. Yeah, it's some girls. The strikes are on another channel. Yes, I know you've got another channel with your name reversed. KG, you're absolutely right. It does look like they were in a doll's house, doesn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Right. For anyone who is in doubt about Melinda Gates, let's have a look. Melinda Gates in all his glory. But the big question is why? Why would they do such a thing? Why would they... Is it just that everyone that seems to make it big in the world, all very successful, like musicians and entrepreneurs and whatnot, all the ones that make it to the top just seem to go for women that look like men? Or they do actually like trans, or are they all just actors? I would put Melinda Gates in a bikini, but I won't do that to you guys. Okay. Right. Let's see, what have I missed? Some girls, they have free everything. Look at that furniture. I know Carter very well. Terrible man. Oh. Jimmy Carter had brain cancer and was cured even though it was not curable. Yeah, that sounds about right. Speaking of course, Professor Stephen Hawking, he managed to live for like 25 years with an illness that everyone else dies of within a couple of years. Right, a funny thing happened on the way to the moon. Absolutely, it's worth a watch. Phil writes, Stanley Kubrick's greatest film, The Moon Landing. Did he make a film about the moon landing? I've seen a few of his stuff. I watched A Clockwork Orange. Wasn't a big fan of A Clockwork Orange. I saw The Shining is a really good film. And I know they reckon that there's a lot of
hints about the moon landing in The Shining. I mean, I can't disagree with any of that. Michelle from Oz, JFK. Yep. Meghan will be like Flynn with Bill. Okay, fair enough. Nixon was never impeached, he resigned due to party pressure. Thank you, Sam Girls. Yeah, I think the joke was he resigned because he was caught lying. I'm pretty sure he was caught lying. It was a good joke when I heard it. All the moon landings happened under one president. Right. Let's see. David Bowie's wife, Iman. Nisha from Oz, yeah, it gives it away. I'm guessing we've all seen David Bowie. He made, after he died, one of his lifelong friends talked about him on Sky News, and it's blatantly the same person. We'll have a look in a minute. Well, we'll have a look first at David Bowie's wife. David Bowie's wife. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Now, there's many people that would say David Bowie's a bit on the suspect side himself. I mean, although, yeah, apparently after David, I can't think of the guy's, David Bowie's friend after his death. There's an interview where I would like to see it, where David Bowie's mate talks about him on Sky News. What was his name? But yeah, you can clearly see it's David Bowie. They've just put an overlay on top. Here it is. This is someone's channel called Kalana Exotica. Perhaps we'll find the original. Jack Stevens. Jack Stevens on David Bowie. Thank you, Jackie and Phil, for both 2N Lit. NASA currently has the Mars stage set in Greenland. Really? Okay, I wouldn't doubt that. Right, what's going on? Just drag and drop them to create. Right. Jack Stevens slightly resembles David Bowie. Is that meant to be him? Okay, this was the interview. Now, you'll notice around his face, you get all this glitching, and that is because they're doing a overlay. Okay, we'll play this for a minute. I tell you what, guys, this is 10 minutes. I don't need 10 minutes, but I would like to take a slight intermission. So if you guys are happy for me to play the video for a few minutes, then way I can grab a drink. My nose starts going if I talk continually for too long. So we'll watch that for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back. So yeah, basically this is meant to be someone talking about David Bowie. I mean, even her picture's glitching. Right, actually, do we still have, and we'll come back to that in a second, but, oh, Jack Quickenden, let me just show you exactly what they're doing. I need the original. No one else has left any comments about me. It's like, oh, it's Jake Quickenden, that's right. So I just want to show you where this is going, alright? Okay. Right, if you go back to really ancient videos before they supposedly had a baby that was able to support its own head after 10 weeks. Yeah, did I truth bomb this? Truth drop this one? I can't remember. That was supposed to be the purpose of the video, but right, I will get onto that video in a second. Jackie Sharp, Prince and his sister. Michelle from Oz, Lubrate, yes, definitely. It's going to be watching. Yeah, I don't know if you're like me to spend all your time drinking water. Right, here's an example. He has put.
You have no authority here, Jackie.
I don't want to hear you,
authority
you
at
clown.
all.
Right, basically, he's got all these overlays that he puts on. Where's the other ones? Actually, really bizarre. Here we are. Right, he's basically put an overlay on his face. And I don't actually believe it's the same guy, to be honest. Turn his audio off, I don't want to hear his horrible voice. See, basically, there we go. Overlays, it's on a free app. You've probably got it built into phones. So, we're going to take maybe 5 minutes, if that. So remember, overlays. I'm going to mute myself, and I'll be back with you in a minute, okay? And I'll try and catch up on some of the chat as well in a minute. Right, be back in a sec. Oh, sorry guys, I've just realised you haven't got any audio, have you? Right, we'll go back, we'll play it again. Sorry about that. It would appear that if I mute my microphone, it means you can't hear what this guy's talking about. So, just to make sure you can hear it properly. Right, do you know what? There must be a way I can change that. Audio output, I reckon it's that I'm doing wrong. Huh, there must be a way of doing it. Where is it? Audio input, audio output. Right, guys, I'm going to let you listen to this for a minute, and I will finally be back.
And strangely, I'm surprised. I sort of lived through John Lennon's death, Elvis's death, and sadly, this one's affected me more than any other. I mean, it's a very strange thing because I think with him, he was probably the first complete artist where he was involved in every single area of his career. Whether it was photography, fashion, whether it was film, whether it was poetry, whether it was live work, where he's very theatrical. I mean, his vocal influence, a lot of people don't know this, came from Anthony Newton, who of course was a musical artist. So I find it very, very sad.
People today talk about how he reinvented himself, how he went with the times, but he led the times in so many aspects through the 70s, 80s, 90s.
He wasn't frightened of change, and so to him every album was a different persona, and so he loved it. So at one point he had Ziggy Stardust, next point he had Ed Insane, and he wasn't frightened of fakerism either. I mean, he used, for example, the Hunky Dory photograph. The album was actually based on Marlene Dietrich, and so he wasn't frightened where he did, where he used his influence. I mean, he was hugely influential with me because I was A&R at RCA, when he was sort of to the tail end of that, and I signed a band name called Rhythmics, which I was having terrible problems with. Really, nobody liked me. I mean, promotion didn't like me, press didn't like me. I mean, nobody did. My boss didn't really like me. He kept telling me that it was weird. And there was an artist liaison guy there called Tony McGrath who sort of came up to me and grabbed me and said, look, Bowie wants to meet up with you, bring the tapes. So I thought, I always remember this, I thought, The Walk and Love is a Stranger. And I sat with them and I played them to them, and he thought they were absolutely fantastic. And then, his words to me were very much, if you believe in it, fight for it, as I have, and that's what he said to me. And so I did, and it became successful. And when the album went top 5, I got a telegram from him saying, "Thank God there's finally an A&R man with ears at RCA. Shame I've gone to EMI."
Fine. We'll talk about him as a man because showing that he was funny.
It was very funny, yeah.
Listen, the influence on your side of your profession, I mean, incredible, enormous, and how his look evolved, and not just the fashion, the makeup, the hair, and the influence that, I guess it's all down to him, was it, or did he have a team of designers?
No, he didn't. I mean, no doubt he took ideas from various people, as Jack has said. But what I love about him is that he was such a true creator. He was a real innovator, and he didn't give a damn. He was a true original, and he changed all the time his different looks throughout the ages. Just when you think, oh well, we've got a grip on that, he'd completely change again and do something totally different. He would completely pare it down, cut it back, make it black and white. So, yeah, he was an amazing guy.
And for so long through the career, gender neutral.
Yes, he was. Initially, he was gender neutral. He was one of the first men, aside from Mick Jagger, to wear a dress. That was early on. That caused.
Okay, intermission is over. I just noticed 2NLit actually believes it's a different person, I'm guessing. Perhaps, I mean, who knows, David Bowie, perhaps David Bowie's, is this pictures of him in the past? But the point about that video was all the glitching in front of the face, almost like, I mean, it was happening on all of them. But what's going on with all that? See, the only reason that would happen is if they're using some sort of overlay, and those teeth don't look real. We are going to go on to another one in a minute. Dave, if any of you haven't ever seen him, what a joke that is. Right, I'm not sure what this video is about. Jack Stevens slightly resembles David Bowie.
My name's Jack Stephen. I am what's known as an A&R man. I'm probably one of the last of the dying breed. I have my own record label in London. I have it distributed through Universal. I've been involved in working from...
I mean, it's such a coincidence that they look the same, they sound the same, they were mates. I mean, if they're not brothers or whatever, yeah, then I would be very shocked to see them together. I mean, maybe there is pictures of them. Let's see. Oh, what did I do that? With Jack Stevens with David Bowie. Surely if they were good friends, there should be pictures of them together, right? Nope, can't see any. I mean, where's pictures of them shaking hands and stuff? Unless that's meant to be it. Who knows? I'll leave you guys to draw your own conclusions. I know what conclusion I've drawn. One and the same would be my guess. Perhaps Jack Stevens was, played the part of David Bowie. Perhaps neither of them are real. Who knows? Right, next we will look at Dave. Mudlark, yeah, he even speaks like him, I agree. Jackie Sharp, Tyka Nelson, apparently Prince was sleeping with his sister and wrote a song about it. Oh, wow. Gross. Mudlark says it's like they're letting their fans know they're alive and well. Yep. I mean, apparently Michael Jackson, they did a hologram of him at a performance once. Right, Dave. For me, it's just the where is he? Dave on. Unless I got the name wrong. Surely not. Here we are. Let's listen to this.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely passing. Longtime Michael Jackson friend attending the funeral. And Dave, yes, that's his name, Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries. Dave is also attending the burial. Why Dave?
Well, to liberate myself from the confines of my father's criminality.
He caused the fire?
Yeah. He is a criminal, and he caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become my own person through changing my name.
We'll find out how Michael helped you, but Miko, is that a typical story of Michael helping people like this?
Absolutely. When he would hear about stories of
Right, is that typical of Michael? Well, it wasn't typical of some of the stories we heard about Michael and his interest in younger people, but who knows? Right, Maria's asked that we look at John Halliday. We will do that. Mudlark plus Bowie apparently made his last music video whilst days from death of cancer. Having known people who died of cancer, it's not possible to have the energy to perform days before death. No, do you know what? You'll get me onto the subject of Jade Goody in a minute, and we don't want to go there because, yeah, that was the first time Jade Goody. That was the first story I ever, where I thought, hang on, this is a lie. This is a complete lie. Jade Goody hasn't possibly got this terminal illness, and then the press reported that she had died, and I thought, well, the press wouldn't lie about that, would they? I was very young and naive at the time. Bowie's last song was Lazarus. Random Games. They claim Michael Jackson's still alive. Well, Random, what do you think of this guy, Dave? I mean, also, we will look at John Halliday in a minute. But apparently, I think it was at a Super Bowl hologram. They had him performing why Michael Jackson hologram isn't actually a hologram. Oops. Okay, we'll just watch this for a second. I don't want to get hit with any copyright strikes, so I am going to mute it if I can. Okay. This was at a live performance. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess they can. No doubt they could project a hologram onto the stage. But let's see. I have watched this before, I think. Oh, well, that doesn't even look like Michael Jackson, does it? Right, I'm not sure. Who knows? Yeah, Mudlark, completely agree with you, Dave. Oh, I see, Jackie, the reference to Lazarus being raised from the dead. Wasn't Lazarus so... Oh no, I'm thinking of a different story about the poor man that looked up from... The wealthy man that looked up from hell and wanted to go back and warn people. Yeah, so this is supposedly a hologram of Michael Jackson. Well, he certainly looks a bit CGI. Just shows what they can do, though. Right, John Halliday. John Halliday. I've got to say, I have got a little bit... wow, is that... Okay. Is there any more pictures of him? Okay, we'll watch this video. So it's not very good audio, but yeah, I could definitely... I mean, what's all this coming off the side of his face? Let's not forget what they can do with prosthetics. Although I do remember someone once saying that everyone in Liverpool looks alike, but not as alike as all that. That's a weird one. Thanks for sharing that, Maria.
Two Enlit, yeah, he paid it. I guess we're referring to Michael Jackson. Bear with me 1 second. So guys, just had to let one of the cats in again. Right, Some Girls, The Left Black Eye. We'll have a look at that link in a minute. Right, Random Games. I want to create a real free speech platform. These platforms claiming to be free speech aren't really. Yeah, I mean, I would support any such thing like that you want to push. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys use Discord. I know I've got Discord. I rarely use it though. Yeah, I think we're watching his mannerisms as much as anything. I cannot hear what he's saying as such, but by all accounts, what was it Maria said? He was the curator of Paul McCartney's house. Wow. So I guess he takes people on tours of Paul McCartney's old home. Yeah, that's a bit of a coincidence. Of course, there's also people that believe Elvis Presley is a gardener is one of the groundsmen at Netherland Ranch. I think we've looked at him before, so we're gonna skip that one. Right, Some Girls left a comment in a link to Reddit. Let's see. Right, yes, Some Girls. Sorry, just going back over an old comment you left about, do I believe in Faul, F-A-U-L, and I didn't know what you were referring to. We may have covered it. Sorry. Right. Do you know what? I've got to say, I learned probably a lot more from your comments that you leave me than you probably learn from watching my videos. Right. Former President Jimmy Carter with a black eye and 14 stitches, but 100% heart and character, helping to build someone's home with Habitat for Humanity. Huh. Yeah, is there not a very common thing about people having injuries to one of their eyes? This thread is not active. This is after he and Buzz Aldrin cleared out of bar. Huh. Okay, thanks for sharing. How old is this one, by the way? How far does it go back? A year? Right. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is... It's... Oh, the cat's bothering me now. Oh, no, it wants to attack me. I think he's after food. Yeah, fortunately for the cat, I will be winding down in the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes. Right, Fowlers are taller and thinner than the first part, Paul. Gotcha, I'm with you now. Thank you for sharing that. Maria says, he was the curator of McCartney's house, but got sacked when people were saying that he was really Paul. Okay, interesting. Phil Wright, follow Sparky Leon here, mind blowing. That's not a channel I'm familiar with. Some Girls, yep, I do try to be kind. Right, before we go, right, Tulip, thanks, I've heard so many stories about MJ appearing in various places. Oh man. Oh, sorry, that is the black cat being a pest at the moment. I don't know if any of you caught the live stream I did from my garden a week or so ago. Yeah, I showed you all my cats, beautiful little creatures. But they do squabble, as we came across in that video. Do you know what? I've just realised my live stream is a bit behind. Mudlark, a cat let me stroke him today. Cats usually don't like me. I do remember you saying that. Didn't you say even your own cat doesn't like you? Yeah, we seem to get, for some reason, we get strange cats come to our house, come to our garden. It's almost like they know that we're like the soft touches of the neighbourhood. Right, I'm getting a little off track here. What was the guy's name? John Halliday. Let's see if there's any information on him. John Halliday. We'll just go for that. See what comes up. Although it's probably some completely different person. Curator. Yeah, I've not heard this story actually. Is that him? Ex-Beatle. Here we are. The Liverpool Echo. Ex-Beatle Paul McCartney's house custodian claims he was unfairly dismissed over medical problems. Okay. Right, the man who lived and worked in Sir Paul McCartney's childhood home for 11 years was sacked by the National Trust after complaints his breath smelt of alcohol. John Halliday has shown tens of thousands of visitors around 20 Forthlin Road, the house where many early Beatles songs were written since it first opened. Mr. Halliday told The Echo he was absolutely distraught after being fired from his job 3 weeks ago and losing an appeal this week. He said, "I've lost my house, I've lost my job, and I'm in danger of losing my reputation." He said he was sacked for alleged gross misconduct after the National Trust received complaints about his coughing, shaking hands, and the smell of alcohol in his breath. The tour guide insisted I would never, ever, ever drink on duty. Okay, they don't mention his familiarity. Okay, right, just going back to the chat. Oh, Mudlight, you don't have a cat. I thought there was someone that said their cat didn't like them. But anyway, Michelle, you say your husband chose to have the Vaseline and he's been fine. He also bought loads of full-price Microsoft products. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I know plenty of people that have had one jab. And, well, while I do know a couple of people that may be unrelated problems, I don't know. They have had problems. The only person I know for sure that had a second one, he's been fine, except he said it felt like he was stuck with a blunt needle and that his arm hurt all day long. Yeah, but yeah, like it's funny actually. I've known in the last year, I would say, yeah, in about the last year, I've known probably about 4 or 5 people die, all quite unexpectedly. Although one of them did have a brain tumour, so maybe not as unexpected. I was going to say, does that person look familiar, by the way? Can anyone see? I don't know what this story is about, but something about Emmerdale. Can anyone see what I'm thinking there? Yeah, Misha, I like that joke. It's great. Right, does anyone see a resemblance, since we're on that subject? Right, I better start shutting down my tabs, because yeah, my computer will start crashing or freezing. As I said, guys, I am going to start closing down in about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, out of interest actually, how old would Paul McCartney be? He isn't dead, is he? Or is he? I don't know. Paul McCartney, is he still with us? Paul McCartney and Wings, no, not Wings, I don't care about them. I just want to know about the person. And where do you go when you want to know everything about a person? Right, so James Paul McCartney is an English so he is still going. 1942, that would make him about 72, would it? Oh, 78, wow, I'm way off. So, if this character, John Halliday, which, I mean, obviously that is quite a recent one. I mean, they could be mixing up the lie. Oh, here's one about the Paul not being replaced. Of course, they're always going to say that. Yeah, that guy, John Halliday, looks a bit older than 62. I don't know. Who knows what goes on. But yeah, thanks for bringing that to our attention, Maria. Right. Just making sure. Okay, where were we? I was seeing if anyone could see what I was thinking. I've gone and lost the tab now, I think. Right. Oh, here it is. This guy, does anyone see it? Or is it just me? I'm thinking he looks a bit like... Who's the guy from my Facebook? As you can probably tell, I'm starting to... My brain's starting to shut down now. The Ridiculous Lives of the Killer Robert. Alright. If this is a real story about a murder, oh, hang on. We seeing any hoax codes? It's just one I randomly popped up on. Maria Ellender. Paul faked his death and returned to normal life. Full was his replacement. Fair enough. Paul, he's not dead though, is he? Oh, I don't. Okay. Right. Unfortunately, my ability to communicate and make sense of stuff is starting to crash. So I am going to have to start winding down and saying goodnight. Zuckerberg. Thank you, Bob Mule. Welcome to the chat. Yep, Phil Wright. Absolutely. Some girls. Oh. Said, I made a sign for my car that says your Vaseline will make me sick. Put it out on the windshield of my car last night. I saw some really good people have been putting stickers up. They called themselves the White Rose, actually. I don't know anything about them. I believe they got a Telegram group, and they were putting up anti-Vaseline propaganda, or maybe not anti-Vaseline, but anti-media propaganda. Ooh. And their link was the White Rose. And yeah, it was just something I was thinking of looking. Mandatory masks, social distancing, lockdown after lockdown, loneliness, depression, forced vaccination, ruined businesses and livelihoods, all because of a virus less deadly than the flu. Time for resistance. I don't know if any of you guys want to check these people out, the whiterose.uk. Yeah, they've been putting... Where's the posters I saw? But yeah, Some Girls, I like that one. It's... I don't know if they're going to have exactly the one I saw. It was the... Where are they? Okay, perhaps we shouldn't cover this too much, because YouTube don't need too much of a reason to give you a strike. But I just thought some of their posters were cool. Anything else? Phil Wright, you've heard of White Rose, have you? Yes, Some Girls, we will have a look at that last link you shared before I wind down. Yeah, the one I saw was Act Like You Have It, which is actually, believe it or not, well, I'm sure you know, a real poster that they put up in the United Kingdom telling people to act like they've got it, which is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, okay, the final link of the evening. Well, Maria Ellender, viral shedding. I made a hand sign for my car. Fair enough. Isn't that where supposedly taking a vaccine can cause you to make other people unwell? Right. Some curl. My car keeps getting zinged and keyed and whatnot with the impeach Biden bumper sticker. Please do not. Oh, please need to lighten up. Thank you, some girls. This is what, when you mentioned that one about Biden, this is what I was thinking of. How they all have people keep showing up with like bruised eyes. Am I right in thinking that there's also something about people having their left foot in a cast or something? I don't know if any of you are familiar with that one. But yeah, apparently at one point a load of celebrities started having broken legs or something. Mudlight Elf, probably fake an alien invasion next. Possibly, but you could almost look at it like, I mean, the virus, is that not in a way some sort of invasion? I mean, who was it? It was that President Reagan mentioned about we all need a common enemy and how quickly we would all come together. I mean, is BS-19 not a common enemy? Who knows? Yeah, thank you for sharing that, some girls. KG, I love Mike L and my pillow. Fair enough. Mike L. Thank you for sharing that. 2Nlet asteroid fakery around September. That would be interesting. And yeah, Maria, you say Project Bluebeam. Now I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on the International Space Station, but by all accounts, I think it was Michelle the other week saying that she had watched it fly by. Something passes by at the night sky. Could be anything, of course. Do I believe for a second people are on it? It will be interesting to see what they could do. I mean, I think the last the last year and a half has shown us that people will do anything they're told. Independent thought seems to have gone completely out the window. KG, Mike Lindor. Why do I not know who Mike Lindor is? Perhaps I should. Bear with me. Mike Lindor, also known as My Pillow Guy, is an American businessman, the founder of CEO, prominent supporter of an advisory to the former US President Donald Trump. He has, without evidence, promoted the toxic plant extract oleandrin as a COVID-19 cure and supports attempts to overturn the 2020 United States presidential election. Fair enough, if that is someone, it's not someone I'm familiar with, but thank you for bringing him to our attention. Yeah, some girls, I agree with you on that. What do you want? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm with you now. Where it was getting confused. It was Random Games that mentioned Mike Lindor first. Sorry, I missed that comment. Do you know what? I will say a big thank you to everyone that's been commenting. You've been really active tonight, and it really helps make the live streams a lot better. If any of you want to catch me, actually, I am currently doing a few live streams on Twitch. Nothing like what I do here on YouTube, because this is the new stuff. Over on Twitch, I maybe talk for about 5-10 minutes, and then I tend to show some old footage, some archive stuff that maybe... I mean, actually, probably what I plan to do tomorrow is screen a repeat of this live stream tonight, or last week's one. I'll see how it goes. Yeah, the only reason I didn't want to stream last week's was because obviously Michelle from Oz had a chat, and I hope Michelle wouldn't mind me showing that live stream over on Twitch. Same goes for previous ones with Random Games you've called in before. Let me know if you would have a problem with me playing those videos on another platform. Yeah, to answer your question, Random Games, I don't know enough about this guy. Do we see him flash any of the typical hand signs? That would be my only question. But yeah, it would appear though that most people that get into prominent positions often are put there deliberately. I mean, those that kind of rule those in charge decide who gets put where. Well, there is an interesting thought though, in that there are actually two separate Donald Trumps, of course. Some say the red tie is the real one, blue tie is the fake one. But then I've seen Donald Trump wearing blue and red ties, so who knows? Some girls. I like that Mike went from a crack house to making a company, if it's true. KG, his pillows are great. Okay. Fair enough. Right, this is now where I scroll through the live chat and try and thank everyone that took part. I don't know if it goes back all the way though. But firstly, I would say, okay. Oh, hang on. Do we have everyone available to say thank you to? And of course, huge apologies to anyone anyone that I overlooked, saying thank you to. Michelle from Oz, lovely sunny day. I'm glad to hear it. You've got a busy day coming up. Well, have a good week, and I hope you can make it back here next week for the next live chat. I do generally do a quiz night, but next week will probably be a open lines where I invite your calls. And like I said, some girls, he has a tie company. What a coincidence, seems as what they were saying about Trump wearing different coloured ties. Phil Wright, I agree actually, you do have to sell your soul, it would seem. President Trump has clones, confirmed by Navy Marine Officer Gene Decode. Okay, thank you, Random Games. Thank you for sharing that. Right, how far back can I go on the chat? Right, so, big thank you to some girls: Maria Ellender, Phil Wright, Random Games, Jackie Sharp, Michelle from Oz, Mudlark Digging Up the Thames, 2N Lit, let me see, Bob Mule. Hi Bob Mule, if I didn't say hello to you earlier. KG, I know Dave Peck popped in and said hello. I remember his name. 2N Lit, I said thank you to you. KG, Linda Mack. I know Maria Ellender's popped in and said hello, if she's still with us. If I've overlooked anyone, I really do apologise. KG, good show, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely recommend Some Girls channel. And I hope your strikes clear up quickly and you don't get any more. Yeah, like I say, if I have the fly on the eye, Some Girls was, I'm guessing that link is to where they were in, they were having a debate and the fly just landed on them, is that right? Oh, Brooke Vincent. Oh, right, I did vaguely plan to look at this pregnancy. This is an actress off Coronation Street. On the morning of the Tuesday the 4th of May at 8:14, the exact same time as his big brother, our little boy came into the world. Now I said, how far onto Brooke Vincent's Instagram account do we have to look to see her plugging promoting something? Oh, she's a part-time lesbian, I didn't know that. Part-time trans. Anyway, how far back do we go until we see her plug advertising a product? Does that baby bump look real? Oh, here we go, straight away. When comfort is key, and any other mums to be feeling this at the moment, I love the sunshine, I hate being too hot, right? Don't forget my It's the Style maternity collection is still available. every time, right, one thing I will say about these celebrities that if you had a big public profile like this, would you really want to plaster your young children on it? I mean, that idiot Jack Quickenden keeps going on about... What on earth's going on there? Jack Quickenden keeps going on about people trolls being horrible about his kids. Well, the obvious answer is don't put your kids on your public profile. Have a personal one for family. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to get started on that or go on for another hour. Right, Linda Mack, thank you and good night. And anyone, if I forgot to thank you, I do apologise. We are going to play out with the music we played in with, if you guys don't mind. There is a link to it in the live chat. Some girls, yeah, you're absolutely right. CGI Heaven on Instagram. They must love they love doing all the fake babies. But here's my Twitch account if anyone is interested in it. I've probably got about 5 videos up from the last don't want to play anything just yet. Yeah, where's my videos? I've only got a few followers, but thank you to all those who have followed. How many videos are on there? I think there's about 4, maybe 5. I've done 5 live streams, and most of them are all just videos that I've previously played. But yeah, you might find them of interest. Yeah, I tend to put one up. Like I said, I'll probably put this up in the week. By Michelle, by Phil. Random games. All celebs only have fake pregnancies. That absolutely seems that way. Good night, Maria Ellender. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for joining us. I will be back again next Sunday night. Yeah, Phil Wright, God bless you too, and everyone for watching. I hope you all have a great week. And like I said, catch me over on Twitch. At some point I'll probably learn how to stream on both channels at once. I plan to do that by next week. Don't leave that up. Right, if I hope you like the music. If it's not your sort of thing, fair enough, but I think the message in the music's important. Bye Bob Mule, take it easy. Yeah, you're welcome, some girls. Look forward to catching up with you all again soon. Mudlight digging up the Thames, cheerio. Yeah, it's been great. You've all been, I really appreciate people being active in the live chat. It really helps make it flow, alright? And I apologise if I've not read anyone's messages. They have been coming pretty thick and fast. Random Games, you're joining you on Twitch, brilliant. Well, I will certainly follow you back, okay? Like I said, the link is in the description, but I'll probably just put it in the live chat. Bye, Jackie Sharp. Right, I'm going to mute the microphone before my throat goes. Take it easy, all. Bye, Two and Lit. Bye, everyone. Take care.
The free, but where is the bravery? We step off the world stage in a world play. We are the Democrats. We are the modern day heretics. 2020 a microcosm of all the phony shit in this life. All the phony shit in this life. We are the modern day heretics. 2021 amplified accelerating. Please not yet, please not yet, please not yet. Welcome to the beginning of the end of the world. This is the world that they built from the bottom up. They're keeping us bottled up. So where do we go from here? Cause I'm gonna call it. It's painfully clear that the mask is purely symbolic, a symbol of fear and compliancy. These people just follow it blindly. It's time to be mindfully. They're manipulating the thoughts of the populace. They push a bureaucracy, while they worship the obelisk. The evilest demons maintaining a hold on your soul, using trauma-based mind control.